What's up, YouTube? What's going on, chump change investors out there? It's your main man back with the game plan. Yep, once again. So check it out. Before we even jump into the market and some of the stocks and what they're doing right now, which I have some good news as well, I want to come at you with more of some of the rules of this game, okay? Because as of lately, as you've seen me preaching in some of my videos, that a lot of people are weary of the market right now because all they see on the news is things going down. Well, that's what leads me to today's title, okay? Which is time in this game. Time plays a major part in your stocks and investments, okay? Patience is more than a virtue in this game. But when I tell you it pays off huge, you've seen some of what goes on. You've seen some of the millionaires, billionaires in this game. You see one in the making in front of you. Are you just going to keep watching? This game is played as some of the same games that you watch all the time. It's in quarters, okay? There's 4 quarters, but the 4 quarters you're dealing with are your life, okay? So don't wait till the last quarter to catch up, if you feel what I'm saying, okay? This isn't an hour-long, 2-hour-long game. It's for the duration. Matter of fact, take a look here. If I can do this for you. Even here on my pad, you see, always remember, successful trading is a long-term investment. You feel me? Okay, so it's for those who have a long-term goal in mind. Okay, if this game was for anyone to jump in and make a couple quick million in a couple weeks to a few months to a year, everyone would be doing it. You feel me? But this game is for those who have strength and patience, okay? For those who have goals set up, whether they're 3, 5, 10-year goals or longer, set up for their life, who know where they want to be at a certain point. Okay? Now, of course, you can make quick money in this game too. All right? But that comes with time as well, because you have to put time in to learn how to do those, whether you're doing option plays, okay? And they can be puts, they can be calls, you can sell options. There's a whole list of ways to make the fast money too, but you have to put time in to learn that. That's why here with Chump Change, I'm starting all off with the basics. Now with these basics, which are long-term holds, you can make incredible money. But no, you're not gonna put in $100, $500, $1,000 tonight and wake up tomorrow morning with 10,000. No. Okay, if you want that, I'm sorry, you'll have to find another way. But if you want to learn how to build your investments, make correct stock, the wind blowing, make correct stock choices, learn how to build a portfolio. So within a year to 3 years to 5 years, you see major developments in your cash. And I mean major. Then you're in the right place, and this is where you start. It kind of reminds me of a pretty good movie that I've seen a couple times. You might be familiar. It's called In Time. Okay, it's starring, I believe it's Justin Timberlake. Okay. Now, in this movie, In Time, society is kind of set up kind of like it is for real. You know, you have your lower class, your middle class, your upper class, and then your buku, right? So, but in this movie, it wasn't about money. Okay, it was about time. Whoever had the most time was the most successful, would live the longest, could afford the most things, the richest things, you know. So the lower class people, like Timberlake and his people, they were living pretty much hour by hour, which means like some of us who are living check to check. Okay, some people were scrambling just to get another couple hours on their time, or when that time expires, you expire. Okay, so in the market, it's kind of like that, because those who've been in and put the time in, okay, or who have been in their stocks the longest and have learned the ups and downs of that company and those stocks, you see, are the most successful. Now, again, I'm not talking about options. I'm talking about stocks, long-term holds, short-term holds, and so on. Okay, for instance, some of the stocks right now that are going downward, or should I say have been going downward in the last couple weeks or so, okay, since the tariff talks and so on that's been going on in our economy or in the world, period. A lot of us aren't worried about. And I'm in that not worried about category, because things like Palantir, stocks like SoundHound, SoFi, and so on, there's a many of them out there that we have put in the time. So we've gotten into these stocks when they were at such a price and built them up through that time, that beginning time, that when they reach the highest points, we were celebrating. Some of us were taking profits. Some of us were not. Okay, some of us were still DCAing or what have you. But when these stocks started to come down, and others who were buying these stocks at the high points or mid-high points are panicking and trying to sell them all, we can sit comfortably and wait, because our average prices are so low where it's at now. We're still up. It's cut our profit down, but we're still up to the point where we can still buy in. This is beautiful now, because the prices have come down so low, and we know it's not the company's fault. The companies are still great companies. Look what Palantir is doing. We're going to get into that in a moment. But you can still buy into them, still DCA into it, and when they return to those highs and beyond, look where you're at now. Time in the game. Okay? So, bottom line, it doesn't matter what game you're playing. Time is most important. Time in the game. Time in the job. It all comes full circle. Okay? And especially with the market, hey, you can play time two ways. Number one is time in the market brings experience. To know when to make a move, when not to make a move, when to buy, when to sell, and a whole list of other things. How to actually do your research into a company. The other part is time in the stocks that you've chosen. Time in those stocks brings growth. Growth brings, well, you should know what that growth brings. Okay? So the same way as LeBron is the LeBron we know now, Jordan is the Jordan we knew then. If they hadn't have practiced on hours and hours on end, putting in the time, do you think they would have made it to where they made it to? Time in the game. Now let's get to some of this important information on these stocks today. All right, so I realize your time is precious. This part will only take just a moment, but you might want to grab a pen or something to write with, because though I can't tell you whether to buy, hold, or sell, I can give you the information and education, remember. Okay, so this past Thursday, Palantir held another one of its AIPCon events. And once again, Palantir blew it out the water. Okay, on top of that, I'm just going to name a few of the companies who have now decided to step in the ring with Palantir and either, however you want to put it, get assistance from, partner up with, but you know what it is. Okay, so number one, Heineken. No introduction needed, I'm sure. But if you need any further information on Heineken, please let me know. Number two, Walgreens. This is a very good look for Walgreens because, as you've seen lately, a lot of our older pharmacies are headed out. This partnership may just get Walgreens to stick around for quite a while. Okay. Number three, Databricks. Now, Databricks is a newer company. They got their start around 2013, okay? They are a company who really helps other companies or organizations to, I would say, helps them manage or analyze, utilize, however you want to put it, their data more efficiently, or more effectively, should I say. Okay, for the uses of AI and also for machine learning. Okay, now, as of right now, Databricks is not publicly traded, but there have been whispers and talks that they should have an IPO coming up pretty soon. So that's something to really, really keep your eye on. Okay, now, if you don't know, an IPO is an initial public offering, which means the first time that a stock comes onto the market. Do your research. Now, lastly, is a company that I have been bringing to you all from the Chump Change channel multiple times since mid last year, which is Archer Aviation. I've always had my thoughts that Archer should or would pair up with Palantir, and that day has come to fruition. Now, although it may still take them a while to pull them up to where they need to be, Archer's been moving pretty well on its own, even with holding its ground during this turbulent time that we're having now. But with the help of Palantir, when we get back to level ground, because I don't think we're out of the woods yet, even though Friday was a great day, Archer's going to be well on its way because it's their time. With this new aviation, and it's their time. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind, kind of a no-brainer here, but keep it in mind. Thinking this would kind of act the same way that SoundHound was with NVIDIA. Remember when NVIDIA got on their back? Okay, so keep it on your list. All right. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all for your time today. This is Chump Change Investments wishing you a financially successful and blessed week ahead. If you found any of this information useful, interesting, drop me a like and a subscribe, and welcome to the Chump Change family. Okay? Any of you that are ready to get your feet wet, please feel free to use the link that I'm going to drop below to start you a Robinhood account. All right? Right now, you can get up to 4.1% on your invested cash. See y'all next time. Peace.